I spent the weekend ditching my usual iPhone 16 Pro and swapping it for Samsung's newest flip phone, the Galaxy Z Flip 7, and honestly, I didn't expect to like it this much. The Flip series has always been kind of cool, right? That whole compact when you want it, full phone when you need it vibe is hard to beat. And with the Flip 7, Samsung's basically saying, hey, let's double down on everything people actually love. It's slimmer, smarter, and way more usable without even having to open it. That outer screen, or flex window, is kind of a game changer. It now stretches almost edge to edge, making the whole thing look more polished and way more premium. Think less gimmick, more I could actually use this all day. It's brighter too, 2600 nits, has a super smooth 120Hz refresh rate, and even works well in direct sunlight. What really surprised me, though, was how often I didn't even bother opening the phone. I could check notifications, snap quick pics, and even Google stuff, all from the cover screen. Past versions never quite nailed that for me. This time, it just felt easy. And because I wasn't constantly opening the phone, I accidentally cut down on my social media doom scrolling. Big win. I still had the option, but that tiny screen just made me rethink whether I really needed to scroll for the 100th time that hour. For the AI nerds out there, yes, I'm one of you. Gemini Live works on the outer screen now too. You just long press the side button and boom. It's answering your questions, taking notes, adding calendar events. You can even use the camera while interacting with Gemini, which was super handy when I didn't want to open the phone and fumble around. And yeah, props to Samsung for throwing in 6 months of Google AI Pro with the phone. That's some serious value. You're getting premium AI tools like Gemini 2.5 Pro and Google's wild new video tool, Flow. If you're even a little curious about AI, this phone makes it easy to dive in. In terms of design, this thing got a nice little glow up. It's slimmer than last year's model, and while the difference on paper might seem small, it definitely feels sleeker in your pocket. No more brick in your jeans moment. Plus, they bumped the battery to 4,300 mAh, which kept me going all day without breaking a sweat. I was ending each day with 30% or more still left. Not bad for a foldable. Performance-wise, Samsung ditched the Snapdragon chip this year in favor of their own Exynos 2500. It's their first 3-in chip, and honestly, it didn't skip a beat all weekend. Plus, it unlocked Samsung DeX on the Flip, meaning you can now plug it into a monitor and use it like a full desktop computer. Kinda wild for a phone that folds in half. Also, let's talk about that bigger inner screen. It's now 6.9 inches, which is the same size as the Pro Max iPhones, but it folds away when you're not using it. I've always avoided large phones because they feel bulky, but with the Flip 7, I get that big screen goodness without sacrificing portability. TikTok never looked so good, and neither did my pockets. Camera-wise, things are mostly the same as last year, 50-megapixel main and 12-megapixel ultra-wide, but Samsung says image processing has improved. My casual weekend snaps looked great, especially outdoors. Night shots were also better than expected. I'll dig deeper into the camera stuff in a full breakdown later in my upcoming video, so stay tuned for that if you're curious. In short, I didn't expect the Flip 7 to win me over, but here we are. It's fun, functional, and genuinely made me rethink how I use my phone. The biggest win has to be that larger cover screen. It just changed the whole vibe of how I interacted with the device. I'll be doing more long-term testing soon, especially around battery and camera performance, so keep an eye out for that. But in the meantime, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments and let's chat. Catch you in the next one.